And all this switching takes care of the other electronics in this. So in this panel, what you need to know is where to hook up your 3 hot legs, your 3 wires right here in the corner. Get your machine, you won't have these staying on here for shipping. I've taken the T-brace and everything off. Two things that you need to line it up with, 6 bolts that we're going to look at getting the saw set up. And the first thing you need to do is hook up the limit switch. And if you go underneath the saw, the limit switch is hooked up right here. So you want to take that, you want to hook up that limit switch. That goes to your limit switches that are going to control the length and the cutoff of your saw. Next thing to hook up is the air input, and you want to make sure you hook up the air into that with your hose. And you're going to want to run about 90 to 100 pounds into there, and then you're going to adjust your air pressure down from there. You're probably going to want to start that at about 40 pounds. You're going to have to look underneath this machine here. The big cylinder here is the one that applies the pressure to your lock forming rolls. So if you have thicker metal, you're going to want to adjust your air pressure valve intake. And if you need to squish it down more with thicker metal, you'll need more force. You increase the pressure here. And you're going to start your pressure on this gauge here at about 40 kilograms on this. So that's where you're going to want to do that. Also, you want to make sure that you hook up your air here. This is what actually pushes the saw table in conjunction with your machine, and that's going to have to be hooked up. Underneath the saw table, we have the air cylinder that actually pushes the saw table up. Now, these are flow control valves. The bottom flow control valve will operate how slow it goes down. The top air control valve will increase the speed of the saw engagement. Other adjustments on the saw is you can move this in or out. If you have a very small diameter pipe, you're going to be moving this out so that it's not traveling far. For the limit switch, and it'll be back further if you have a larger diameter pipe. Also, you adjust the front and the back slotted holes concerning are depending on your size of pipe as well. And if you don't have that adjusted right, it's going to just leave it's not going to cut it off exactly even, the start and the end. And so you can adjust that according to your diameter. I'm going to take a look at the roll forming part of the machine. And the roll forming actually ships with a piece of wood in there, which can be taken out. These two handles on the side actually are your material guides on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, which guides your material in. We ship it with a block of wood in there, which you'll want to take this block of wood out when we get started. You're going to feed your material in through these rolls, and here's where you adjust it front and back with these two handles on this side and your handle on that side as well. From there, your material will feed in, and again, that pressure is adjusted by the bottom air pressure that you have right there. And so we will look at that in a bit. We'll talk a little bit about loading the coil. We have an expandable arbor reel that is very easy to use. You just turn the crank here and load your coil. And so that's very easy. It's got a brake on the back, so you can increase the drag on it simply by tightening these. And so it's very easy to control. You don't want it to pull too hard, but you want a little brake on it so it doesn't just freely spin on that as well. On the bottom, you'll see the track that it rides on, and that is able to move back and forth according to exactly what diameter you want. And you can look on the front. There's a chart, and that will correspond with the guides also on the upper part. So
180.
you line this right up with this edge here, and that's going to give you the right approach for into your machine. If you want only 102 millimeters, you would move that back there, and then